Guys, this is Joel here from joelwebsites.com. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create the image uploads using PHP and Ajax. Okay, so I'm going to use a bit of JSON Web Services just to show the status. Okay, like how JSON is used to show the status whether the file is uploaded or no. But mostly I'm going to use Ajax to upload the PHP, the image or whatever file. Okay, the file can be any type. So keep watching this video if you are interested to learn this thing. It is going to be really simple. I'll make you understand it completely. Okay, it's a really easy thing. You can use this thing to upload files from your mobile app too. Okay, if you're using an hybrid mobile app, if you're creating a hybrid mobile app, you can use the same code to upload files using and there is a thing to check the extension for which files are being uploaded. Okay, so you can make sure that the user is uploading the correct file. Okay, so stay tuned guys and keep watching this video. Guys, I'm creating this video because someone had commented in my previous video to create a video where they can learn how to upload images. Okay, so that's the reason I'm creating this video. So if you have any other requests, you can mention them in the comment section. I'll surely help you out. Okay, if I can, I will surely try my best to help you out. So guys, I'm going to create a new folder. Okay, for the image uploads, you have to create a new folder. So I'm going to call it image uploads. I'm going to create it in my htdocs. Okay, image uploads. So now I'm going to place all the files over here. Okay, so I'm going to create two folders as usual. One is HTML and the other folder is called web services. So guys, let me create a new HTML file in the HTML folder. I'm just creating separate folders so that it will be easier for you to understand and not confusing. Okay, so I'm going to create a text document. Actually I'm going to open it with brackets. So here we have brackets, so I'm just going to ignore this message and I'm just going to put in the basic tags that are the HTML and CSS tags, HTML tags. Okay, I'm going to save this file as an HTML document because now, as of now, it is a text document. So let us save it as index.html. Let us put in the body tag. So here we have our HTML ready. So let us preview the file by clicking this live preview thing. So here we have our brief preview. As of now, we can't see anything on the HTML document. Okay, so I'm going to type in some code that will help us display the file for uploading the image. Okay, so I'm going to paste it in the body tag. This is just an input type file. Okay, so guys, now let us do a thing that we will try to preview this once again and see. Here we see that the choose file thing has appeared. Okay, so if you type in file, then the choose file thing will appear. It's really simple. Okay guys, so once we open the image, once we select an image from here, what I want to do is that I want to display the image right over here. Okay, so I'll show you how that is done. Okay, that is a really simple thing. So it will be done using some JavaScript and some jQuery. Okay, some jQuery code will help us get it done. Okay, so I'll show you how that is done. We got to copy paste this code inside. We just got to paste in this code that I'm copy pasting now, the code I'm pasting now. So this will help us load an image over here when the file is selected. Okay, let us try it. I pasted the code and now I'm going to refresh. Okay,
I have saved a file already, so I'm going to refresh. Let us try choosing a file and see. Okay, it seems that it has not happened, so we'll see what is wrong in F12. So it says that jQuery is not defined. So let me load jQuery library in the project. So I'm going to go to jQuery CDN. I'm going to click on Minified. So here there is some CDN, okay. So let us copy paste this to our code. So I'm going to type it in the head section. So let us see if the thing is working now. No. So you see that the image has loaded over here, okay, properly. Um, I'll explain you the code once again if it's difficult to understand. Basically what happens is that we are putting the input file here. So this will create the button for uploading the file to select the image. Here's the another image tag. What happens is that when we select an image, here an event is called, okay. So if you see carefully, using the id image img imp banner, so there's an image imp banner jQuery function. So on change event we are calling the read url, okay. So basically what happens is that a new file is loaded. Okay, so let us see if read url is defined anywhere. So it seems that read url is defined over here, okay. This is a read url function. So whatever it is getting the value from the text box blah banner, okay. It is just getting the input from image in banner, and then it is setting the source file for the image tag over here. Okay, so I hope you have understood. You can pause the video and just check this code out. It is really simple. I will also mention the code in the blog post below. It will be linked in the description. So guys, now I'm going to show you how to validate the files that you're going to upload, okay. So sometimes what happens is that a user may be able to upload an exe file to your website. So you have to make sure that he's uploading images, okay. So I'll show you how that is done, okay. That is a really simple thing. You have to just define a new function. So let me create a new function by typing in function, and I'm going to put a function name, okay. So let me call it check file, okay. checkfile. So this is the new function that we are creating. So guys, now I'm going to paste in the code for the function, okay. It is really simple code. I'm just pasting it because I had created it before already. So this is what code will go inside the function. Okay guys, so I'm pasting in the code that goes in the function check file. So this is the code that will go in the function. Basically, first of all, it is getting the file, okay, the name of the file name, okay, and then we are calling another function that is get ext. So I'm going to remove this dollar scope because I'd used it in Angular JS, okay, before. So I'm just putting in var in front of the dollar scope ones, okay, because I'd used them before. Okay, so let us see how what will be there in the get ext function. So now I'm going to create a new function. This was the check file, so I'm going to create one more function called get ext. Okay, function, and name is going to be getext. Okay, so we are going to pass in some file name here. So this is going to just check, okay, the name that is there in the file. I'm going to paste the code that I had already created before. This is really simple code. Okay, so what happens is that it will just check what extension is there after the dot. Okay, so it will return the thing that was there after the dot. Suppose you have a file dot image dot jpg, so it will return jpg. Or if you have a file name called image dot exe, it will return exe, this function. So this function is being called over here. If you see carefully, the function is being called here, and accordingly it is saying you must select an image. Okay, you can add several other extensions like exe and so on, as per your wish. Okay, you can edit this function as per your needs. As of now there is gif, jpg, png, and if extension equal to blank. Okay, so you may customize it as per your needs. You got to do one more thing, that is, if you are when the event when a user selects a file, we need to ensure that this function is called, the function to check the file. Okay, so we are going to call the check file function on the change event. Okay, so I'm going to copy the paste this in the change event. This is how we call the function in JavaScript. So this is the code that I've called the function. Let us try refreshing the page and see what happens. So now that we see that there is a syntax error just by refreshing the page. This is the console in Chrome, okay, by the way. So let us go and see what error is there. Okay, so it seems that there is an error over here. Okay, wait a second, we'll have to check. Okay, so it seems that there was a small spelling mistake in the function spelling. So I'm going to correct it now. So let us try refreshing the page once again. Okay. Okay, so we see that there are no errors. Let's see if okay, so this image is being selected properly. Let us try selecting some weird file. Okay, let us select this video clip and see what happens. Do we get an error? No, not really. So we have to check. Okay, once again, like if we select exe files, what happens? Okay, so it seems that it's not showing an alert for if the function is returning a false value. So let us see what has to be done. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the return value for this function in a variable. So I'm going to type in var test value equal to check file. Okay, so basically this check file function is returning a true and false value. Okay, so based on that we will come to know what is the value. So we are just going to alert the value, and we'll come to know whether the value is going in the true or the false loop. Okay, so let us check. I'm going to refresh the code, select the file. So we see that the validation seems to be working fine. Let us select a proper image. So it's saying true and false correctly. Okay, So here I'm just going to put a message that if the value is false, if test value is false, alert, please select a proper file. So let us refresh the page and now select any random file and see whether it's showing the error message. Please select a proper file. Now let me select a proper image. Okay, so we see that the validation is working really fine. Okay, so guys, now I'm going to show you how to create the next function that is really important to upload the image. Okay, so what we are going to do is, first of all, we will create a new button over here, and then we will, on the click of that button, we will upload the particular image that is selected over here. Okay, so let us get that done. Okay, so let me open my brackets editor once again, and let me define a new function. So I'm just going to create a new function again. I'm pressing Ctrl S. Now what we are going to do is that we are going to create a new button. Okay, so on the button we are going to put in on click event on the button. So let us create a new button. So let me type in button, type button, and I'm not going to apply any special class or anything. I'm going to type in upload image. So let us try refreshing the page and see what happens. We see that a new button is appearing. You can design the page as per your needs. Okay, I'm trying to show it in plain HTML. Okay guys, so in the upload image function, I'm going to paste in this code. Okay, um, basically what happens is that it is an Ajax call. Okay, it is an Ajax and it is sending the data, it is sending the form data in the Ajax, and whatever is the response is, we'll come to know whether the image has successfully been uploaded or no. Okay, it is really simple code. So let us see. Here is where we are passing the form data, and here is how we are getting the image data. Okay, it's really easy. The next thing we got to do is we got to just copy paste this thing, the test value, so that we ensure that the user uploads the correct image, whether the image is properly validated or not. So here we have our upload image code. Over here you will have to type in the location for the image upload banner.php. Okay, I'll show you how to create this upload banner PHP file right now. It is going to be an easy process. Okay guys, so since I've already created the upload banner image before, I'm going to go to my uh, file explorer in Windows, and I'm going to go to the image uploads project folder, and I'm going to go to web services and paste the upload banner code in the web services. Okay, so it is a damn simple process. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start my XAMPP. Okay, so let me go to my XAMPP and click on XAMPP start. So it is opening this window, and let's hope that XAMPP gets started. Okay, it seems that XAMPP has not started, so I'm going to click on the control panel icon, and here we can see that XAMPP has successfully started. Okay, So I'm just going to close this. So here I'm going to click start once again, and here it's running fine. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to open the admin. Okay, so I'm going to go to my project. The project is the project name is image uploads. Okay, so let's go there. Here we have it. So we have to go to the navigate to the HTML folder. We have to navigate to the web service folder. Okay, by the way, not HTML. So here you have the link. So here I'm trying to open the file directly. So it's saying that there is an undefined variable in line number 10 and line number 17. So let's go to that file. I'll show you the file, okay, which I have created for uploading the banner or image. So here is it. So line number 10. So since we are not uploading any file, we are just opening the file directly from the URL. That is the reason it's showing undefined. That is obvious. And let's go to line number 17. So this too is showing because we are not posting any image at the moment. So the code should work fine. This is basically the upload banner code. I have uploaded it into the web services folder. I have put it in the web services folder, okay, for convenience sake. So now I'm going to explain you the code, okay. So this is the code that we use to avoid cross origin errors. So this code is really important on top, okay. The next thing is I'm just turning on error reporting just in case there are any PHP errors we will come to know. So I'm just defining a result1 array for the JSON output, okay. It is really simple. I'm just defining it over here and nothing else. The next thing I'm doing is I'm just taking the file that has been uploaded. If there are any errors, it will show status 0, otherwise it will show the status 1. Okay, this is a simple if else loop. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the move uploaded file using PHP to upload the file, okay. So it's really simple. Here we are just returning the URL. This thing is not necessary, but I'm just using it for in case you to show you in case you want to enhance the functionality of your application. This thing may be useful, okay. After the image is uploaded, you can use the URL to insert it in the database, okay. So you can use it for further needs. So sometimes it's important to know the image URL that you have uploaded. For instance, if you type in localhost, the you'll have to type in your website address over here where the folder it is being uploaded, and here you have to put the image name, okay. You can put in some variable names too over here. That is not a problem. So you can have a dynamic URL, okay. So you can put something like id underscore new id underscore new banner image. So whatever, suppose if there is an id, you can paste it over here, okay. You can set a new random number in the id and generate a new URL. I'm just giving you this tip so that you will use this code more efficiently. So for now I'm just going to keep everything very simple and focus more on uploading the image and explaining you how the image upload works. If you have any doubts or comments, please mention them in the comment section of the video, okay. So this is really simple code. What we got to do is we got to take the code for the file. We got to take this image URL and we got to paste it in the code. So this is where we need to paste the URL. Yes, it's not over here, I'm sorry. We need to go to the index.html, and here you on line number 69 I'm pasting the PHP file address here, okay. So I'm showing you where I'm pasting it exactly. So basically we are just uploading the image using this to this file. This is somewhat like web service only. So and then whatever JSON is being returned, we are just alerting it. Okay, so this should return the URL for the image that has been uploaded, because I'm passing the URL over here. Here is the URL. So let me just try console.log too. So we will get a console version of the message too. So let us try uploading the image. I'm going to refresh the page first of all. I'm going to select a relevant image, libraries, pictures. So I clicked on upload image. So let us see if anything is wrong. Okay guys, I tried refreshing the page and tried once again, but it did not work properly. I think it's because there's no we see that there is no function called over here. Okay, so we have just defined the button, but we have not called the function. So what we are going to do is we are going to edit the HTML code once again. Go to the HTML code and call the function in one click. So I hope this fixes the issue. I'm going to try refreshing the page. Control F5, upload image. Okay, so we see that we got an error. Upload image is not defined on. So here it seems that the function is not defined. So we need to check whether the function is really not defined. What I'm going to do is I'm going to load the HTML after the JavaScript has been loaded. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this code and paste it in the bottom, okay, of the page. So let me load the script first and then paste it, and now let's refresh and see whether it solves the issue or no. So here we're choosing the file, upload image. So it's still saying uncaught reference error, upload image is not defined. Okay guys, so what it's looking as if the function is not being able to be called properly. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to paste the function properly. Okay, so the function is defined properly over here. Here we see that the function is being defined properly, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to define it on another script tag. Okay, or what I'm going to create another script tag and paste it here, because the on click thing is not able to find the function properly. So let us refresh and the error should now be solved. Now we see that the check file is not defined. Okay, so let's do the same thing for check file as well. I'm just copy pasting it into the other script tag, because there are some sort of conflict sometimes in JavaScript. It is really funny. Even after you writing the code correctly, it does not work at times. Okay, so similarly for get txt2. Let us once again refresh. Okay, so this is the where the it seems that the image has been uploaded properly. Let us check the location. Okay, so it's showing the location for the image URL also. Okay, for the image. So here, open it in a new tag. I hope the image has been uploaded. Okay, by the way, this was not supposed to be your website address. For now, we in this example we need to have the location for localhost. Okay, so let us go back to the PHP file. I'm going to type in localhost. Okay, so I hope this is the correct URL. We'll go to Chrome and try opening the image. Okay, it seems that there is some mistake, maybe in the spelling or somewhere, but we will check it out. So let's go back to the web services folder. We see that the image has been uploaded. Okay, so it seems that there was a mistake in the extension, or there is a spelling mistake. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open Chrome once again and go to localhost image uploads. This is the technique to search for the correct image name. Okay, I'm going to images. Sorry, I'm going to go to image uploads. Okay, so see there's a spelling mistake. We go to image uploads, web service, and here we see that new banner.png. So this is where the image should have there was a spelling mistake in s. Okay, so let us go there and put in a s. Okay, so basically you can return the image URL also based on this. You just need to return the proper file name. Okay, so this was all for the tutorial. Please check the links in the description and the blog post that I'm going to link. I'll be trying to upload the source code as well. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you watching my videos. Stay tuned, subscribe to my channel if you like this video and if you want similar videos. Bye bye guys and take care.
So guys, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to share this video with your friends. It really helps my channel to grow faster. If you are not subscribed, then do subscribe if you like this video. So stay tuned guys for many more videos. Bye bye guys and take care. See you in the next video.